Hi, my name is Sarah Sotomayor, and this is my audience. Oops. So, today I will be talking about Mexican food and culture. The Mexican food we see today evolved from a blend of both Aztec and Mayan and Incan food that's also blended with Spanish influence. The most common foods eaten by the early Mexicans consisted of potatoes, greens, fish, guinea pigs, iguanas, small game, chili peppers, chocolate, corn, insects, dogs, turkey, and fruit. So basically anything that was like around. Um, there was usually only 2 meals a day, which included corn porridge in the mornings, like around 10 a.m. to start the day. Or if they didn't have corn porridge, then they would do tortillas with beans and tomato sauce. Lunchtime was usually when they would get creative and eat the insects or the fruits or just like mix it up. And sometimes they'd have a nighttime snack of gruel, and this was considered the commoner's meal. So when the Spanish came, they imported foods such as sugar, wheat, rice, beef, pork, chicken, wine, spices, garlic, and onion. And they also brought with them domesticated animals such as cows, chickens, horses, and pigs. So now meats were available, cheeses were available, milk, bread, etc. And they could be incorporated into the commoner's meal, making it more diverse. Today, there are many dishes considered to be traditional breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. And the third dinner meal was actually added because of it had the American influence, 3 meals a day. So now we eat 3 meals a day. And so yeah, I'm going to be talking about just like top 3 breakfast foods, lunch foods, and dinner foods. So for breakfast, basically anything with a tortilla, including burritos, quesadillas, tacos, usually modified with eggs instead of meat, because usually meat is for lunchtime. Another dish that's popular is called huevos rancheros, and it's a dish of fried or poached eggs served on a tortilla with spicy tomato sauce. And one of the ones that my grandmother actually makes is called chorizo con huevos, which is basically a spicy Spanish pork sauce with a side of eggs. And for lunchtime, like I said, it's kind of more meat-based, where if you have a taco or if you have an enchilada, like it has meat in it. And some of the common ones are carne asada, which is basically Mexican steak, and carnitas, which is like pork. And my dad makes a special one called birria, which is marinated meat with spices, which is like super good. And one of them that my grandmother makes is actually called chile rellenos, and it's a deep fried chili pepper stuffed with cheese, but you can also modify it with beans or meat. And then for dinner, again, you can have tacos. You can basically have tacos any time of the day. You could also do soups. The popular ones are albóndigas, which is like a meatball soup with veggies. And my dad makes like a really killer caldo de res, which is beef stew with veggies. And usually the meat is like really, really soft, like with everything. Like all the meats that I mentioned before, really soft. So they like fall off the bone and everything. One last thing that I added was seafood, because we do have seafood, and one of the main ones is ceviche, which is basically like seafood mix with like tomatoes or onions or cilantro, and you put it on a tostada. Usually you can just eat it like that, but I like putting it on tostadas. So yeah, anyways, I did want to mention special occasions, because special occasions have different foods that you can have. So just special occasions like Christmas time, Mexican Independence Day, birthdays, like Holy Communions, like anything, right? And in my experience, tacos, carnitas, and carne asada is usually can go for any event. And then tamales is usually for like Christmas time, and yeah. So the main ingredient is corn in pretty much everything, and that's still true today because the tortillas are made of corn. Usually, you can do flour, but like the traditional one is corn. So, and just by adding a couple of other ingredients, you can diversify the menu, as I mentioned before. In conclusion, no matter what time of day, you can always get crafty with Mexican food. Thank you.